Hey y'all, welcome back. This is gonna be a pretty brief intro. Basically, I had a day off and I just really needed an excuse to go take some photos. I had just gotten a new lens for one of my cameras and I really wanted to go try it out. And when you know it, it was just a beautiful day outside. Got this new 35 millimeter lens, f3.5 for my Canon AE1 today. So I'm gonna take it out and hopefully see if it is good or not. I love getting new lenses just to try them out. I wanted something a little bit wider than my 50 millimeter that I've been shooting with this thing, so 35 seems to be the ticket. So we're just gonna get it cleaned up and then take it out on the road. So because I'm unsure if this lens is gonna be any good and I don't really want to waste any sort of like nicer film I have, I'm going to use a roll of Fujifilm 400 that I have just as a backup. You can find this basically anywhere, so it's, even if I do waste it, it's not going to be that hard for me to get, pretty cheap. So we're going to use that for this. We're all ready to go. Let's go shoot some film. My first stop of the day was the combination flea market and antique store in Waldo, Florida, which is just a little bitty town just outside of Gainesville. There's not much in this town except for the flea market and a fuck ton of speed traps, so I thought the flea market would be a really good choice. I am already in love with this lens. I have done nothing but shoot 50 or 85 millimeter for basically forever, so it's really refreshing to have something a good bit wider. This focal length just really captures like what I see. You know, they say a 50 millimeter is the closest to the human eye. To me, 35 really captures the peripheral. Peripheral? Peripheral? Hey Siri, how do you say peripheral?
Peripheral. Peripheral.
Peripheral. Peripheral. I guess that's how you say it. So this lens really captures my peripheral vision. Back to the flea market. I found a couple booths that had some interesting things, a couple cameras, really weird Hulk theme roomed, but nothing worth buying this trip. But right across the street from the flea market was this really cool old truck in this sort of abandoned, almost like pavilion type area. Maybe they used to have a little bit more of an extension of the farmer's market over here. I'm not 100% sure, but I've never seen it be used. I've been here dozens of times. This is one of my favorite photos of the day. Just holy shit. Just the way the truck is framed in the photo with the road and the sky sort of capping it off. It's just so appealing. The colors are super bright and super vivid, and I just love it. Before you ask, yes, I did try to get in the chair, but it made a bunch of noise. I'm a bit of a heavier dude. I definitely wasn't gonna try that. Okay. I have a little bit of a side tangent. In my past videos, and even earlier in this video, I recorded that intro before I saw the results. I've sort of dismissed Fuji 400 as sort of a common or uninteresting film, but this roll, I think, has really changed my mind on that. It's awesome. And at less than $10 a roll, it's super affordable. I'm super happy with how it looks. I think I just got caught up in the hype that if you weren't shooting on Portra or something like that, then it wasn't worth your time. But as film prices climb more and more, I have really seen the value in these cheaper films. You know, I'm not sure. The internet says Fuji 400 might be Kodak Ultramax 400. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, it's a fantastic looking film, and this roll really did change my mind. But back to the trip. A little bit up the road, I stumbled upon this abandoned biker bar. As I walked around, there wasn't anything super interesting beside the fact that no one was there and it was a biker bar, but then I found this cool fire truck thing. I'm not 100% what that stage was for, but it was really neat to see and definitely made me happy I stopped. Another favorite of the day, I really like how the stairs act as a sort of invitation to your eyes and just lead you right up into the photo. stumbled upon this tiny, tiny town of Graham, Florida, with its tiny, tiny post office in a trailer. I've never seen a post office in a trailer before. That was pretty fun. And just right up the road from the post office was this absolutely gorgeous field of wildflowers. I was obsessed. I stopped a little too long. A truck passed me twice, ended up pulling over. I thought they were going to give me, grief for being there. Maybe it was their land, but they were just making sure I was okay. It was super cool, super pretty. I could have stayed there forever. And this picture might be my favorite off this roll. I just absolutely love the way this film delivered these colors. It's so beautiful and just takes me right back. And now we enter the small town. I know I keep saying small towns, nothing but small towns on this trip, but now we enter the small town of Brooker, Florida, with its insanely cute post office. I've taken pictures here a couple of times. I really like this building a lot. It's one of my main influences to keep taking photos of small town post offices for my new vague project I'm working on. I just really like it a lot. I just have a thing for water towers and post offices. What can I say? And this lens is just delivering everything I'm looking for. I'm so happy I picked this thing up.
Hey guys, what are y'all up to? Hello.
So my final stop of the day was Lake Butler, Florida. I'd actually been here before with my wife, so I knew there'd be some cool stuff to photograph, and so I made my way through town. I found myself drawn to these two abandoned buildings right on the main road, most likely because of that super eye-popping yellow. It just caught my eye and I had to pull over and take photos. And yeah, Lake Butler does actually have a lake. It's a cute little park. It has like a beach and everything. There were a ton of people out just enjoying themselves. And it's also got this super interesting weird deck thing. I'm not 100% sure. I thought it was like some sort of like, maybe you could drive up to it with a boat or something. I mean, I saw a jet ski there, but it's very strange. Maybe it's just a mark out where you can swim. I'm not 100% sure, but it was pretty cool to walk around on. This is a super cool photo for a couple of reasons. First, that jet ski just really catches your eye, adds a little story to the photo. And second, those leading lines of that deck really take your eyes off up to the horizon, adds a layer to the photo. And finally, that ladder just right there on the left is another little bit of story. It's a little bit like, oh, is this a swimming hole of sorts? But there's a jet ski, and I can see that it looks very much like a lake. Adds a little bit of flavor. I like the photo a lot. I walked around the lake a little bit more. I took a couple more photos to finish the roll, and then I headed home. What a nice day, and just What a cool lens. So happy with the purchase. It has since become my go-to lens. It basically never leaves that camera, and honestly, the only reason it's off right now is because I needed to clean it. I fell in love immediately, and I just haven't looked back. You know, I still occasionally bring out a 50 with maybe my Rebel or whatever, but that 35 is firmly planted on my AE1 now. And as always, thank you so much for watching the video and supporting my photography and my adventures. I finally feel like I'm back in the rhythm of doing these videos a little bit more regularly, so I really hope that you guys have been enjoying them. But yeah, thanks again. I'll see y'all next time.